Are you a creative worried about artificial intelligence? Well, did you hear about the new rules from the US Copyright Office? Because they've just dealt a major blow to AI generated works. Let's get into it. So, this briefly made the news and then very quickly fell out of the news cycle a couple weeks ago. So, I wanted to bring this up, and people have had more time to look into this, read the documents, and I'm going to be distilling some of this. I'm not an attorney, but I do have several registered works with the Copyright Office, and my father was an attorney. First of all, the Copyright Office has said they will not be offering copyright protection to AI generated works. So, why? What does that mean? Well, the Copyright Office has clarified that there are new rules stipulating that work must have a human author. This makes sense to me because copyright, yes, is about protecting your work, but it's actually more about protecting the author. That's why the length of copyright is not X number of years from the date of creation of that particular creation, but it's actually the lifetime of the author and then X number of years after that. So the copyright system has always actually been tied to human authorship, and now they are actually using that term, human authorship. What they're saying is with AI generated work, there's no human author, so there's nothing to protect. And people have said, well, what about our prompts? We write those, humans write those. And the Copyright Office has said, a prompt is an idea, and we already have rules about copywriting ideas. You can't do it. You can only copyright the execution of an idea. And in this case, the execution is performed by a computer, not a human author. So what does this mean for us creatives? Well, it means a whole lot, because if a company, if a person cannot protect their intellectual property, they cannot effectively monetize it. And no monetization means very limited use. This is a huge blow to any kind of corporate America structure that was looking to replace artists. Because if they're using AI for even for concepts and things like that, they won't be copyrighted. And if something is not copyrighted, it's in the public domain. This is a huge critical blow to AI artists. And it's so, so fabulous. And this should be making shockwaves everywhere. And it's not. And I think one of the reasons it's not is because the sort of doom and gloom around AI and AI developments has become clickbait. And people are making these videos about the death of artists and the death of all this stuff, and AI is going to take over. No, it's not. Corporate America has to protect their interests. This is one time where capitalism is actually going to save us. Because if they can't make money off of it effectively, they're not going to do it. This has basically protected artists, concept artists, creators, etc. It has relegated AI to be nothing but a tool for iteration, ideation, maybe some concepts, maybe concepts you're not going to care about copywriting. And people have said, okay, well, what if I take AI generated work and I put my own stuff on it? And the Copyright Office actually used an example where somebody took AI generated work and used it to make a comic book where the human was actually manipulating the images, putting text over them. And the Copyright Office said, look, we'll copyright your text, but we're not going to copyright anything else in this comic book. So it's great. It's so, so fabulous. It makes me feel so much better. I can't believe they've done this. That's offering us this protection. And, yeah, this really, it takes the teeth out of the whole AI thing completely. And I don't think people are talking about it or realizing the repercussions this is going to have, because maybe they don't know copyright and they don't realize how corporations and even artists themselves use copyright to their advantage. And again, no protection, no use.